Marianne Bolström-Huttunen has a busy day ahead. It's the start of school and her class of 9-year-olds are underway studying nature.
We are studying birds and then we are using the net.
The afternoon will be a walk to the shore to spot birds. Then on to a conference to spread the use of information technology in the classroom. She's invited Ophelia van der Pooy, an ICT teacher from London, to join her class. Marianne will give Ophelia an idea of how new research has changed the way she teaches at Laajasalo Primary School, just outside Helsinki.
I'm the classroom teacher,
right,
in a way.
Yes.
I have had this class only 1 year, this year. Sometimes I have them 6 years.
That's actually quite different to how we
I think
have
so. You have not
London.
such...
We generally tend to have them for 1 year.
1 year,
and then
oh,
another teacher has them. It's to foster.
This may look like a normal class of 9-year-olds, but Marianne has introduced a quiet revolution. It drives the timetable, and behind it are computers.
Ja katsotaan, ketkä ei ole tehnyt. Mä näen täältä tilastoista, ketkä ei ole tehnyt, aika moni.
Marianne is starting a new topic. First step, a quiz to see what the pupils already know. There are 9 classroom computers. When one is free, pupils can have a go at her quiz, or they can log on at home and do it later. She's implementing research from Helsinki University. They looked at the adult world and reasoned that ideas are developed in a step-by-step way, and the starting point is a brainstorm. They call this progressive thinking and believe it leads to a deeper type of learning.
Okay, could you just tell me what you're doing on the screen there?
No, me tehdään tähän linnun nimi, mikä me ollaan nähty, ja sitten meidän pitää kirjoittaa siitä.
When you finish this work, where does it go?
Se menee tuonne opettajan tietokoneelle.
The new ideas put the emphasis on discovery.
Onko oikealla sivulla? Jossain 3A-sivulla, ehkä linnun sivulla.
At this early stage of a project, Marianne prompts discussion and encourages collaboration. Pupils become active partners, learning to cooperate with each other.
Can I just ask you what you were doing over there with that other little boy?
Mä autoin Delumia etsimässä koetta, kun tuossa on tollainen testi.
Did he manage to find it eventually, what he was looking for?
Ja löytyi.
I wouldn't say it was an ICT class. It's an integrated ICT class. It's integrated within another subject. I think we're working towards that kind of setup in London.
Jos vaan on tilaa, niin saat mennä koneelle tekemään, joo. We have not such a subject ICT,
right,
because we are including it into all the subjects.
Yeah.
That's a difference.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know.
Well,
I think
it is one of the different things in that we tend to teach ICT as a subject.
Yes.
And we try and integrate ICT into the curriculum.
I think that it is more difficult to integrate when you are teaching it
as a subject
separately.
Yeah.
The academics predicted that the rhythm of the classroom would change. Studies would spread across a number of periods.
Where have the children gone?
We have lunch now.
And do they come back and continue?
They come 20 minutes past 11.
Right. Are they going to study the same thing after lunch?
Yes, we are continuing, but they are working in the net too.
Okay. And will they be using the computers to do this?
Yes. We have 9 computers here and it's a good thing.
Marianne is following the academics' model.
Äläkä heti päätä sitä, minkä teet.
Ahead of the field trip, she's encouraging deeper research. Her pupils are studying birds' features. Their drawings and today's observations will all be put on the computer.
Valitse sellainen lintu, jonka sä sitten myös tuntisit luultavammin, jos sä sen näkisit.
Why did you choose this bird to draw?
Mä valitsin sen kuoren, koska se on aika harvinainen lintu ja mä oon nähnyt sen tuolla maalla.
And what are the features of the bird that attracted you to that particular one?
No sillä on pitkä nokka.
I can see that they're all working very independently. Do you encourage that?
Of course, that's the meaning. I'm lucky if it happens so.
Why have they chosen the birds that they've chosen to draw?
We try to find out certain marks in those birds so that we could recognize them. For instance, this boy, I think that he has made some certain marks here. Jori, mistä sä tunnet kyhmyjoutsenen?
Tuossa kyhmyssä.
Niin. There is a mark.
Right, on the beak. Okay. Are they likely to see these birds when they go out to have a look at them? Okay.
Marianne's students are building their own bank of knowledge about Finland's native birds. It's a very practical learning project that will get them to ask questions, discover knowledge, and then critically evaluate what they've found.
We are going to the woods and to the beach, and we are trying to find out different kind of birds. Nyt näkyy lähellä. Ups. Näkeekö kukaan niin tarkkaan, että voisi sanoa, montako pesää tuolla on?
She calls this progressive learning, a way to prepare them for the knowledge-based society they'll grow up in.
They can talk a little bit, but we don't want to disturb these birds, you know.
What are you going to do with all the information you've collected?
No, me mennään fronteriin ja pistetään sinne semmosia näitä muistiinpanoja, mitä me ollaan näistä sitten tehty.
Ja sit me ei olla varmoja, saadaanko me niinku tästä läksyä.
Niin.
Meillä tulee joka viikko sellainen tehtävä, että pitää kertoa joku muuttolintu, eri muuttolintu, jota ei ole koneen.
Back home, Ophelia spends 3 days a week helping other schools in London embed ICT. Marianne's next stop on her busy day is a meeting to spread the use of IT in Helsinki schools. Behind the work is the Helsinki Academics Research. They place computers at the heart of their quiet classroom revolution. They say computers should break the school bounds and expand the knowledge pool. They change the teacher's role. No longer is Marianne a dispenser of knowledge. Now she prods her pupils to use a wider network of sources. She monitors and coordinates rather than imposing learning. Ophelia wants to ask Marianne how she's applying their ideas.
Would you mind showing me some of the work that the children did this morning?
This morning, I have not seen them yet. You saw that I had no time to look at this environment yet.
Yes.
But now we will see. Okay. They made this test. I can see the answers here. You can see everybody, almost everybody has, yes, I can see in a very, very quick glance that they don't know yet.
Now, would you do something like this at the beginning of every topic, or...?
Very often I do like that. And my way to teach is different from perhaps earlier, because nowadays I'm always beginning with an empty table.
Even the starting point is different. Now Marianne begins with a blank sheet. First, she asks her pupils what they know and records that. Then pupils and teacher go on their journey of learning together.
They must learn to work together in the classroom without arguing. So, you saw today.
Well, I saw today, and what was really good, I saw one child helped another child, and I thought that that was really good because he did it. He saw that this child was having a few problems, and he just went over quietly without a fuss and helped him, which was really good.
But the habits have changed during years. I have been teaching 37 years. At the beginning, nobody was allowed to move But nowadays I can say that go on, help your fellow.
I think that's the way it should be in a classroom,
so.
where children are helping each other.
Yes.
I saw before you left the class that you gave the children a piece of paper.
Yes.
Was that with, you know, what the task was?
Yes,
or what
I
they were
will
looking at?
show you. I remember that I put was this kind of tiny slide.
Right.
They had to write down the date. They had to write down if there were clouds, the route, how many birds they saw, whether male or female birds. These two, I don't know what are they in English. I don't know the English name. And then they are telling them next time with computers.
Right.
I think that we will get quite big responses,
Right, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
There should be at least 5 or 6 birds that they recognize.
I remember speaking to one of the boys, and he said he'd recognised 3 birds through the whole
Yes,
of the walk.
yes, I can imagine.
That was pretty good, pretty good. Looking at the work that you've done today, how does that fit into the progressive learning that I've read that you're very strong on?
All our work is a kind of process, you know, and we need processes to see. And with computers we can see those processes. If we are writing, it's a process.
Yeah.
And also if we are making some graphics, it's a kind of process.
And this is how the computer became her tool. This year's class can draw on work done by last year's students. Their work, in turn, become a reference next year. One example of how everyone collaborates in the process of progressive learning.
How does what the children have done actually fit into that?
Oh, these birds are made by another class last year.
Do the children actually enjoy the fact that they are looking at some other children's work? And,
yes,
you know,
because
using
they
that?
asked me, one of the boys said, that is a bird my sister drew. It
Right,
was very
okay.
good, you see. And that's the idea, that we are a big society. We share knowledge.
yeah.
We are building knowledge. Year after year we are building knowledge together. And we have an ideal environment where we can put all these documents.
Ophelia came to Finland wanting to discover how the latest gadgets were being used in the classroom. Marianne showed her how a new approach to ICT can embed it in every subject.
I think her message really was basically integrating ICT in everything that you do. And she seems to have developed a method that works very efficiently. ICT was integrated into the biology lesson, and it was really good to see the way the children actually work without even thinking about what they were doing. It is what I personally do, but I don't know if everybody works in the same way as I do. The highlight for me was that child that needed help, and one of his colleagues just simply went over, showed him what to do, and he was able to get on with his work, having been shown what to do by one of his classmates.